What is up, guys? Welcome back to Double F Outdoors. Another review video coming for you, and today we're talking about the Googan Banger. I've been talking about this a lot on my Instagram story, and it's been all over videos lately. This little guy right here is snagging at fish for me faster than any other. This is my favorite color too. This is the cash craw. Absolutely in love. So we're going to talk about this little guy. The Googan Banger. Like I said, I joined Team Googan this year. New partner. Really in love with their products. I use a lot of their other products. This is the Bandito bug. You guys see me use that quite a bit. They've got all sorts of other products on here. The trench hog, slim shake worm, all that stuff. But using a lot of their baits primarily exclusively, just throwing their stuff. And falling in love. I'm loving their crankbaits and their other baits that I hadn't thrown a lot until this year. And I'm just slowly falling in love. So we're going to talk about the Banger today, though. Googan Banger is Googan Baits and Catch Co. They came together to design this bait. And this is their shallow running crankbait. So that one I just showed you, this is just the regular Googan Banger. This guy runs about 2 to 5 feet. I love this guy for early in the year because I can throw it on the shallow banks where I know those fish are moving up to eat. It runs the perfect depth. It really has great action. I love watching my rod move as the bait's moving. I love watching the bait. It has a really good diving action and swimming action. This color, especially early in the year, cash craw. Great color, go to. And then I don't have it with me, but I have it in a different one. This is Sriracha Craw. Oh. Looking crankbaits here. This is Sriracha Craw. This is the Recon. We'll talk about it later. But this Sriracha Craw, I really like this color too. And then my other go-to is this is the Chartreuse Blueback. And this is actually the mini Banger. This is 1 to 4 feet, just a little shallow running crankbait. Almost too small to throw on a bait caster. I throw it on a spinning rod. So that's 1 to 4 feet though. I really like this color. I've got it in the other size too. And then they've got the Grande Banger. I don't have any of those with me. The Grande Banger goes 3 to 7 feet. So a little bigger profile, still a shallow running crankbait. Like I said, this bait is great. I love throwing shallow water crankbaits on just any kind of shallow shore, whether there's wood, gravel, rock, or grass. And the reason why I love throwing a shallow running crankbait is that bill really lets it deflect off things. I can throw it around timber, and I've gotten hung a couple times, but not a lot, actually. It deflects off just like it should, and as you guys have seen on my channel, I mean, I'll put like a bookmark to one of my videos here, but the thing flat out catches fish. I mean, it's great. I threw it a lot in my first tournament, Lake of the Ozarks. I didn't catch anything, but I just think it was the tough day. I don't think it was the bait necessarily. And I just fell more and more in love with this bait the longer I threw it. The other thing they have, so they have the mini, the regular, and then the Grande. They also have the flat Banger, and that's just a flat-sided crankbait. It runs about 3 to 6 feet, probably 4 to 6. I also love that bait. I haven't caught any fish on it, but I haven't thrown it near as much as just the regular Banger. But I love it. It has a little bit different action, the flat side does, and it's amazing. I love the way it moves. I have no doubt it's going to catch me a bunch of fish. I honestly think it wasn't the bait that wasn't catching the fish so far. It's been the color. I've got the flat Banger in like a mud bug color is what they call it. It's kind of like a real light craw color. I don't think that color's right for this time of year. I really need to get that guy and this cash craw. Something that's big with shallow water crankbaits, obviously, like I just said, is how it fishes around cover. I've thrown this thing around trees. I've thrown this thing around stumps. I've thrown this thing in pea gravel, rocks, and in grass. And the one thing I want to say is this thing is great around cover. I feel it deflect off the logs and the stumps and stuff. Haven't gotten really hung up there. I ran this thing in rocks a lot at Lake of the Ozarks. There was only one time I couldn't get it to pop out, and my boater was kind enough to let me go up and get it. But this guy, so great. That's one reason why I love throwing a Ned rig, you guys know, is it's really easy to get out of issues. You pop it, and it comes out. Same with this. It comes out of the rocks real nice, and it looks great going across the top of the rocks, too. I like throwing this thing on 15-pound P-line. FluoroClear is what I use for my crankbaits, and I throw it on this. You guys have seen this review already. This is the Favorite Lit series cranking rod. A great little rod here that gets the job done, man. So this bait, like I said, great swimming action. The weights are perfect. I forget right off the top of my head. Let me grab. So the mini Banger runs 1/4 ounce. Now I could throw that on a bait caster, and I throw other things at 1/4 ounce, but I don't like the way this feels at 1/4 ounce. So I've been throwing it on a spinning when I throw it. This is the regular Banger, and it's 3/8 ounce, perfect for bait casters. And I don't know what the Grande is right now off the top of my head, but what I love about this bait is they've got several different models. They got different sizes, because I think that's key. But something I want to touch on about this bait that I think a lot of companies don't do as good of a job as Googan and Catch Co have done. I'm just throwing this out there, nothing against them. I've used them for years. Strike King. I used to use all their crankbaits. They had, one of the reasons why I was so attracted to them was the colors. They had some of the best colored crankbaits on the market. The colors were just perfect. The craw colors were perfect. The shad colors were perfect. But the other thing I think some of you notice, if you look at some of these companies, they've got some wacky colors where you look at it and you're just like, does that even catch fish? You know, and I've thrown some of them and I never catch a fish on it. I'm linking all this stuff below. So go check out the Googan Banger, the different sizes, the mini, the grande, the regular, and the flat. The thing I love about Catch Co and Googan that they have done is they have nailed these colors out of the park. You go look at all their like shad type colors. Like I can't wait to throw this guy in the summer. I rarely throw a crankbait in the summer. And I think it's just because I never had a crankbait I was so confident in as I am this one. This craw color, I love this craw color with like the gold on the sides, this cash craw. I like the sriracha craw color too. I think this has got its instincts. You know, we saw Mary tear up a bunch of fish back right at the beginning on the peanut. You know, this is basically the same color. But you go look at their shad colors, guys. I can't wait to throw these things. The colors are so spot on. I look at them, they look like a bait fish. Like there's no crazy colors, there's no like out there colors. The colors they make are perfect. And I think that goes for that bait and their other ones. You know, the bandito bug and everything else, like their Okeechobee craw, all those colors are so good, but especially in their crankbaits. I was telling my wife, I was looking at all the colors. They're just so good. They've got a ghost gill color, like a bluegill. It's supposed to be a bluegill. Oh my goodness. It is so spot on, guys. The colors are just great. They've got a greenback shad. I mean, you guys will go see, it blows my mind. I mean, these colors are so spot on to what they're trying to mimic. So, you know, like I said, great around cover. To mention the cover, like in the grass, you know, I talk about getting it out of the rocks. Getting it out of the grass is super easy too. The rod I use it on, I can tell instantly when it's not running right, if it's been like in the grass. I pop that thing twice and like rip it out, it goes right back to running. It's just a great durable little crankbait. I love it. I mean, this guy, he's been to war. I've had this guy on now for a whole tournament and a bunch of videos. I mean, they've got little letters on the bottom that show like how deep they run, and he's starting to get beat up a little bit. But this guy's been in rocks, he's been in trees, he's been in grass, he's been in everything, and he still looks great. I mean, he's got great color. So, great little durable crankbait. But guys, like I said, one of the things that really sold me on making the shift to using about 80 to 90% Googan products was the great color selection they had in these hard baits and their jerk baits and everything else too. So, guys, go check them out. They're linked below. So I've linked the crankbait specifically, and then I've also linked Googan baits on Carl's website. Go check out everything they have. The colors are just phenomenal and everything they've made hard bait wise. You guys know they're soft plastics. I mean, this is the Bandito and June bug. This has been what's really been killing them here lately. You guys will not regret checking them out and trying out these baits. The hard baits are great. They've blown me away with those. And the colors are absolutely spot on. So guys, thanks for tuning in this video. Please go check out all that stuff. Go grab you some. I mean, you guys will not regret it. And also, go check out all my partners. They're linked below. There's a couple new ones. It'd really help me out if you guys go check out my partners and go look at their mission and just some of their products. I'd really appreciate it. But guys, that's all we got time for today. Thanks for tuning in this review. I hope this review was helpful if you were on the fence about these baits or if you're just looking for a new crankbait. Definitely go check them out. We'll talk about the Recon later, but they've got deeper running crankbaits like this Recon right here. He goes 8 to 12 feet. So, guys, yes, please go check them out. Go check out my partners. I'd really appreciate it. And we'll see you guys on the next time. Peace.